Hello and welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep IAS. Let's get started and look into our daily quiz. Before we start with the practice questions for the day, a quick gentle reminder. BYJU'S Exam Prep IAS has already launched its official Telegram channel. If you have not yet joined the channel, please do join so that you get all the current affairs related updates. Let's get started and look into the first question. Which of the following statements with respect to Thiruvalluvar are correct? He is a celebrated Tamil poet and philosopher, best known as the author of Tirukkural. Tirukkural is considered as one of the greatest works ever written on ethics and morality. It is known for its universality and secular nature. Which of the statements are correct? The answer to this is both. Why have we taken this practice question? Because this article on the Hindu makes a reference to Tirukkural. Let us try and understand some of the key important facts with reference to Thiruvalluvar. Thiruvalluvar, commonly known as Valluvar, was a celebrated Tamil poet and the philosopher. He is best known as the author of Tirukkural, which happens to be a collection of couplets on ethics, politics, economy and love. His work consists of 1330 couplets distributed into 3 sections, each having 10 couplets. The text is considered as an exceptional and widely cherished work of the Tamil literature. Because it is such a good work, it has been translated into 37 languages, and the government of Tamil Nadu celebrates the 15th of January as Thiruvalluvar Day in honor of poet Thiruvalluvar as part of the Pongal celebrations. It is also observed by the government of Puducherry as well. Now, if you look into the practice question, he is celebrated Tamil poet and philosopher. Yes, he is. And Tirukkural is considered as the greatest work and is known for universality and secular nature. Both the statements are right, which is why the answer to this would be C. Now, let's look into the next practice question. Which of the following have been accorded the GI tag? Musa, Indan, Damanuses, Nicobari hodi, Zingiber. The answer to this is none. Why have we taken this practice question? Because this article on the Hindu makes a reference to Nicobari hodi boat. As of now, it is not given the GI tag, but in the near future, it may be given as well. So a proposal is made right now, and if all the due requirements are met, it may be given the GI tag. So what is this hodi? This happens to be Nicobari tribe's traditional craft. It is an outrigger canoe very commonly operated in the Nicobar group of islands. The technical skills for building a hodi are based on indigenous knowledge inherited by the Nicobaris from their forefathers. The hodi is built using either local available trees or from the nearby islands, and its design varies slightly from island to island. So what is it? This happens to be a boat which is actually built by these indigenous people in the Nicobar Island. When we look into the other statements, we have something called as the Musa Indan Damanuses. This happens to be a banana from a remote tropical rainforest on the Little Andaman Islands. So remember, this is once again not given the GI tag, but Musa Inda Damanuses happens to be a banana. This can also be important from the preliminary examination point of view and has been in news in the past. And when it comes to zingiber, this happens to be a type of ginger. Where do we find it? We again find it in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. It has been used by the particularly tribal groups for the different kinds of medicinal values, and the juice of the roots of this particular plant is used to treat the abdominal pain, anti-helmintic troubles by the Nicobaris and certain other tribal communities as well. Now let's look into the next practice question. Consider the following statement. It is a national park located in Andhra Pradesh. Godavari River flows through the park. The park exists in the Eastern Ghats. The above statements best describe Anashi National Park, Mullam National Park, Brugavani National Park, Papikonda National Park. The answer to this is Papikonda National Park. Why have we taken this practice question? because this article on the Hindu makes a reference to the Papikonda National Park. Let us try and understand some of the key important facts with reference to this national park. It is a national park in India located near Raja Mahendravaram in the Papi Hills of Alluri Sitaramaraju and Elluru districts of Andhra Pradesh. So where is it? It is in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Yes, Godavari River flows through the park, and the vegetation of Papikunda National Park contains species of moist deciduous as well as the dry deciduous forest. So Papikunda National Park is in the state of Andhra Pradesh. As part of the assignment, you have to put on the comment section in which state is Anashi National Park located, Mullam National Park located, Brugavahini National Park located. Please put it on the comment section. Now let's look into the next practice question. Arrange the following islands from south to north: Barren Island, Rutland Island, Chaura Island, Kachal Island. The answer to this is 4, 3, 2 and 1. Why have we taken this practice question? Because this article on the Hindu makes a reference to the Barren Island. If we have to arrange them from the south to the north, what we have is the Kachal Island, then what we have is the Chaura Island, then we have is the Rutland Island, and finally what we have is the Barren Island. Had I asked you a question from north to south, it would have been Barren Island first, but since the question is asking for south to north arrangement, first what we will have is Kachal, followed by Chaura, then we will have Rutland, and finally Barren Island. Please remember this entire map because UPSC in the past has asked such questions. When you look into this article says Inquis keeps watch on the Barren Island volcano. So they are basically monitoring this particular volcano because it may erupt or it may not erupt as well, but in order to be cautious, what they are looking at is monitoring this particular area. This is being monitored to prevent any kind of earthquakes, tsunamis and other issues that may emanate it. So the volcano on the Barren Island of Andaman and Nicobar Islands is being closely watched to check signs of eruption which could lead to tsunami or a monstrous undersea landslide akin to what happened in Indonesia in 2018. So the monitoring is being carried out by the Indian Center for Ocean Information Services, which houses the Indian Tsunami Early Warning Center. It is this that we have to understand with respect to this article. Now let's look into the next practice question. The Tunga River flows through the state of, is it Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka or Telangana? The answer to this is Karnataka. Why have we taken this practice question? Because this article on the Hindu makes a reference to the Tunga River. This also makes a mention of the Shettihalli Wildlife Sanctuary. So remember, Shettihalli Wildlife Sanctuary and Tunga River are in the state of Karnataka. Tunga River is born in the Western Ghats on a hill known as Varaha Parvata at a place called Gangamula. From here, the river flows through two districts in Karnataka, Chikmagaluru district and Shimoga district. It is 147 km long and merges with Bhadra River at Kudli, a small town near Shimoga city in Karnataka. The river is given the compound name called as Tungabhadra from this point. So we have Tunga coming up, we have Bhadra, and from here on it becomes the Tungabhadra. Tungabhadra flows eastwards and merges with Krishna River in Andhra Pradesh. These are some of the important facts with respect to the Tunga River. Now let's look into the next practice question. Which one of the following situations best reflects indirect transfers often talked about in media recently with reference to India? An Indian company investing in a foreign enterprise and paying taxes to the foreign country on the profits arising out of its investment. A foreign company investing in India paying taxes to the country of its base on the profits arising out of its investment. An Indian company purchases tangible assets in a foreign country and sells such assets after their value increases and transfers the proceeds to India. A foreign country transfers shares and such shares derive their substantial value from assets located in India. The answer to this is D, which is nothing but a foreign company transfers shares and such shares derive their substantial value from the assets located in India is what is called as indirect transfer. This happens to be a previous year question from the year 2022. Now let's look into the fact of the day. The fact of the day for today's discussion happens to be Network Readiness Index. The Network Readiness Index is prepared by one of the non-profit organization which is based out of United States of America called as the Portulans Institute. Remember, this can be very important from the preliminary examination point of view. So this report has been released for the year 2022. What has the report said? The report has gone ahead and said that India has claimed as much as 6 places to the 61st rank in the Network Readiness Index for the year 2022. So this particular report basically maps network-based readiness landscape of nearly 131 economies. So this looks into as many as 131 countries, and this is based on 4 different pillars. What are these pillars? One, it includes technology. Second happens to be people. Third happens to be governance, and fourth happens to be impact. On the basis of 4 pillars and 58 other variables, they come up with this particular ranking as part of the Network Readiness Index. What has it said about India? When it comes to India, India has climbed up 6 places to 61st rank in the Network Readiness Index 2022 report. The country's overall score has improved to 51.19 in 2022 from 49.74 in 2021. The report states that India secured first rank in AI talent concentration, second rank in mobile broadband internet traffic within the country and international internet bandwidth, third rank in annual investment in telecommunication services and domestic market size, fourth rank in ICT services exports, fifth rank in FTTH and building internet subscriptions and AI scientific publications. India is ranked third out of 36 in the group of lower middle income countries after Ukraine and Indonesia, and India has a score higher than the group average in all pillars and sub pillars. These are some of the important facts when it comes to India. And when it comes to the global ranking as well, it is the United States of America which has topped the list with an overall score of 80.3. It is followed by Singapore with a score of 79.35 and Sweden with a score of 78.91. Asia Pacific is led by Singapore, followed by South Korea and Japan. These are some of the important facts and data that you have to remember. It is this that we have to understand with respect to this topic. So this is it for today. Thank you for watching. All the best.